She was one of the biggest names in Hollywood history. The singer and actress Doris Day has died at her home in California. She was 97. She starred in many popular films such as Calamity Jane and Pillow Talk. She had wanted to be a dancer but turned to singing as a teenager after a car accident and went on to have a hugely successful acting career. Later in life, she became a high-profile campaigner for animal welfare. Her charitable foundation says her last wishes were to have no funeral, memorial service or grave marker. David Silito has been looking back at the career of one of the greatest stars of entertainment.
We'll be home tonight by the light of the silvery moon.
Doris Day, cracking that whip in Calamity Jane. No one captures better good-natured 50s Hollywood innocence.
So whip crack away, whip crack away, whip crack away.
Her romantic comedies were smart, glamorous box office hits. Pillow Talk with Rock Hudson won her an Oscar nomination.
You ain't the kind of gal who'd break a date.
No, I'm not.
And I ain't the kind of guy that'd ask you to.
I had a great time, and I think that they sensed it. That fun. And wear all the gorgeous clothes and work with Rock Hudson and Jimmy Garner and Clark Gable, you know. I mean, how bad can it be?
As a child, the young Mary Von Kappelhoff wanted to be a dancer, but a car accident ended that dream. She then discovered she could sing.
Once over lightly when we danced, and you held me tightly.
In the late 40s, with her new stage name Doris Day, she was one of the highest paid singers in the business.
When we walk hand in hand, the world becomes a wonderland. It's magic.
The film Romance on the High Seas was her first screen role, and despite almost no acting experience, the star quality was immediately obvious.
Doris Day, star of the new film.
She went on to become the highest paid actress in Hollywood. In public, she was platinum grade, all-American good cheer.
Gonna take a sentimental journey.
But in private, it was a rather different story.
You can't tell me what to do. In a pig's eye.
This movie with Jimmy Cagney was perhaps a closer reflection of the first of her 4 marriages. Her move into TV was a consequence of her 3rd husband, leaving her virtually bankrupt. Fashions had changed. Her movie career was over. And then in 1985, a reunion, a TV interview with Rock Hudson. A few months later, he had died from AIDS. Show business was now, for Doris Day, over. Her life, her animal foundation. There was an album of unreleased songs that made her a chart topper at 89. However, her wishes are no memorial, no funeral, no grave marker. However, we'll always have the films.
Que sera, sera. What will be, will be.
The Hollywood star Doris Day, who has died at the age of 97. And there will be a special hour.
For more than 2 decades, Doris Day stood as perhaps the most glamorous icon of the American dream, both beautiful and homely in a way that struck a chord with her millions of fans. Her songs and films earned her worldwide fame. Her all-American image fell out of favour in the so-called permissive age of the late 1960s, but tonight, after her death at the age of 97, the tributes pouring in show that her style stood the test of time.
Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be.
With her golden voice, glowing smile and girl-next-door image, Doris Day became one of Hollywood's greatest stars.
Our lips shouldn't touch. Move over, darling.
And one of the world's most bankable ones.
With tea for 2 and 2 for tea.
Rising to fame in the 50s and 60s, her fresh face standing for a time of innocence. Her lilting voice catapulted her to stardom as a crooner, but her all-American charm made her a leading lady and the golden girl of Hollywood's golden age.
Whip, crack away, whip, crack away, whip, crack away.
Appearing in 39 films over 2 decades, she was a star in her own right. But her partnership with actor Rock Hudson made the pair a box office draw.
Hello. Is anybody on this line?
Yes, I am on the line. Would you please get off it?
But her life was not always as sunny as her movie roles. Her 4 marriages were marred by physical and emotional abuse. And as the sexual revolution of the 1960s stormed Hollywood, she went out of fashion, and critics began poking fun at her wholesome image.
If you would lose your weary blues, shake 'em away.
In later years, she became intensely private, making a rare appearance in 1989 to pick up a Golden Globe.
And it's been a wonderful life, and I'm not finished yet. I think the best is yet to come.
She resurfaced again on her 90th birthday. She had become a strong animal rights activist.
We love you, Doris.
It's magic. Her foundation today said she died at her California home after contracting pneumonia. But her legacy will live on as America's silver screen sweetheart.